October 1962. The world came closer to nuclear war than ever before. One misunderstanding, one wrong decision, and human history might have ended very differently. But what if diplomacy failed? What if the Cold War became World War III? Let's rewrite history. Before we change history, here's what actually happened. After World War II, two superpowers emerged, the United States and the Soviet Union. For decades, they competed through politics, technology, intelligence, and military power. This period became known as the Cold War. Despite intense rivalry, they never fought each other directly in a full scale war. Then came the Cuban Missile Crisis. In October 1962, the Soviet Union secretly placed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 150 kilometers from the United States. For 13 days, the world held its breath. Historically, both sides negotiated, and the crisis ended peacefully. But today, let's imagine they didn't. In this alternate timeline, a radar operator mistakes military activity for an incoming attack. Leaders have only minutes to decide. Fearing they're under attack, one side launches first, the other responds immediately. World War III has begun. Within hours, major military bases become targets. Airfields, naval ports, missile silos, and command centers are attacked. NATO and the Warsaw Pact mobilize their forces across Europe. The largest military conflict in human history is underway. Europe becomes the main battlefield. Millions of soldiers from both alliances clash across Germany and neighboring countries. Entire cities face destruction. Global trade comes to a standstill. Financial markets collapse. Fuel and food shortages spread across continents. Now comes the terrifying question. Would nuclear weapons be used? Nobody knows. Some military planners believed a conventional war could eventually escalate into a large-scale nuclear exchange. Others hoped leaders would stop before reaching that point. In this scenario, even a limited nuclear exchange would have devastating humanitarian and environmental consequences. Around the world, governments declare emergencies. Hospitals struggle to cope. Millions seek shelter. Entire generations grow up under the constant fear of nuclear conflict. Even countries far from the fighting face economic collapse and humanitarian crises. If civilization survives, the future looks very different. The space race slows dramatically. Scientific cooperation declines. International trade remains weak. Many technologies we take for granted today could arrive decades later or in different forms. The modern global economy might never emerge as we know it. But here's the most important part. History isn't predetermined. Even during the Cold War's most dangerous moments, leaders on both sides often chose negotiation over escalation. Those decisions helped prevent catastrophe. One conversation, one compromise may have changed the future of billions of people. Today, the Cold War is over, but its lessons remain. Communication, diplomacy, and careful decision making can matter just as much as military strength. Sometimes, the greatest victories are the wars that never happen. The Cold War lasted for nearly half a century. It shaped politics, science, technology, and international relations. But it never became World War III, and perhaps that's one of humanity's greatest achievements. So here's the question. If the Cold War had turned into World War III, do you think civilization would have recovered, or would history have taken a completely different path? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more alternate history stories that explore the moments that could have changed our world forever.